Really surprising results here on Ondiro, and dare I say it, diamonds are not forever.
Absolutely, Jumana. They're not forever. And we have seen the new president, Duma Boko, take office. And unlike other places on the continent where for a victory this resounding, there had been pomp, color, red carpet rolled out, it was a very simple swearing-in ceremony in an office. And he gave quite an impassioned speech after he was sworn in. He acknowledged the current state of the country, saying he dare not fail and disappoint the people, saying he's going to do everything within his power to ensure that he delivers on the promises that his administration made while they were campaigning to get into office. He also put his human rights background into office, saying that he acknowledges that there are diverse views in the countries, which he welcomes, and says that he wants the citizenry to support and rage to keep the politicians alert. We also saw the outgoing president do a press conference immediately. It was clear that they were losing the election. And he said the evidence is overwhelming and they've massively lost the election. And in a very light moment, he said he wasn't expecting it. He hadn't even packed a shoe. But on a serious note, said that they're going to do everything to ensure that there's a peaceful transition and this government succeeds. We've also seen the former president, Oganga, say that this resounding defeat was because of policies that are not people-centered. So the opposition party, which is now the ruling party, centered on that, capitalized on bread and butter issues to address the current challenges and needs of the people. So the ball is now in their court to see if they live up to the expectations.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge is big ahead. And I said diamonds are not forever, namely because Botswana relies so much on the sale of diamonds. But it hasn't been a good couple of years because of weakness of demand coming out of China, oversupply issues, etc., lab-grown, the emergence of lab-grown diamonds as well. To what extent is that going to cast a shadow over the issues that the new governments are going to have to deal with? Because the economy is very reliant on diamonds. How can they sort of break the stronghold?
Jumana, that is the million-dollar question. In fact, in his outgoing speech, we heard former President Mokgweetsi Masisi say that the economy is going to be a challenge to the new administration. They are projected to grow by only 2%. And if you look at key indicators like unemployment, 28% amongst the youth, there's corruption, there's rising insecurity. And we saw the President, Duma Boko, say that they're going to work on diversifying the economy. Of course, diamonds are a great source of income, but they've not been living up to expectations. And you also have things like tourism, but it's time to inject some more vibrancy into that economy. And if we just stay with diamond, the former administration signed a $751 million deal with De Beers that they were not happy about, and they even threatened to walk away. We are likely to see President Duma Boko try to rebuild those relationships, patch things up, because it says we have to protect the goose that lays golden eggs while they pursue alternative ways of diversifying the economy.